Hello and welcome back to another editing tutorial for Final Cut Pro. Alright, so today I'm really excited to jump into a really cool effect that you can do inside of most editing software, but this is called selective color correction. And this is where you choose, through software you can isolate and choose one color from your scene and then only affect that when you do a color grade. So if your sky is too blown out, you can choose that and you can tone it down. Or, in this case, I'm just going to do a test here with some of these post-it notes. And then through that, you can, only affect the one color using your color correction tab. Okay, so the way that you can do this is just select the clip that you want to do this effect with, and then come over down to here, type in color, and then drop a color board onto it. Now you can come up to your top right and you'll see this little mask icon. You want to click on that and then say add color mask. Okay, now we're already pretty much halfway there. So what you want to do next is you come down here to your shot, and I'm going to choose this one because it's these are pretty similar in color, but this one's very different. And you've got this little dropper, okay, and you just come and click and drag and try to get it to where there are none of those little gray artifacts you can see here. Try to drag it out because you don't want to go too far, because now you'll see it selects the color outside. But just try to get it to where there are none of those little gray spots, and that looks really good. So now right off the bat you're not going to see anything, but that's because you haven't really made any changes yet. So once you've chosen that and you've gotten your color isolated, come up and click on your little color icon. And then now you can see down here we have color mask. You can see it's chosen that color almost perfectly. We can adjust the softness of the mask, and we can also edit inside or outside, which is cool because that means we could do an effect where we, like take the saturation down and make everything black and white except for this. So let's just, right now, let's just mess with this and take the highlights, and you can see already that is a really cool effect. So we can make this a completely different color. And then we can also, like I said, click on the outside button and then say we wanted to reduce all of the saturation in the shot except for the color of this note here. And again, now we can change all of the color of this. So this is a really cool effect, and it's really powerful if you can get that isolation correct and you can really nail it. Then this can be a really powerful tool. And again, we can use our softness here to kind of adjust and refine the effect. So now let's see what we can do with, for instance, the table. So let's just select that, delete it, and then pull on a new one. Now let's come up here again, click on your mask, add color mask, and now let's select the color of the table. And you can see it isolates that pretty well. So again, jump into your color here, and we can adjust just the color of the table. So this is just such a cool effect. So if we wanted the table to have a little bit more saturation, or again even a little less, then we can do that all right here. If we wanted it to be a little bit darker or a little bit brighter, we can make all those adjustments here. And then you can add multiples of these, so we can drag another one on, and then come into, again, the same option, add color mask, select this right here, and again, really drag that out and refine that. And then once you've chosen that, again, jump into your color, and we can come into here and, entirely change this. So this one you'll see is a little bit different because we're getting this edge here. Now that is, we can maybe try to drag this out on the edge, and there you go. So that's selected the edge a little bit, although we're getting a little bit on the edges here. So, it's a difficult effect to get, really. But, even if you're maybe in the same region, if you maybe want to just add more saturation, then you're not really going to run into too many issues with those edges. And like before, you can push the softness up a little bit and really just mess with that, find the effect that you want. And now you will see, if you scrub through here, that making adjustments to a color that is similar to another color in your scene, like these two post-it notes, they do have a similar shade of blue. So making the adjustment to this one has now kind of compromised this one on the right here, and it's getting a little grainy and breaking up in there. So do keep that in mind. It is a little bit tricky to get right. But if you have a very unique color in your scene like this one, before we weren't having any issues with this, because it is very different from the blue and the color of the table. So that's just a quick walkthrough of how to do selective color corrections in Final Cut Pro. This is a really powerful effect. I think it's really cool, has a lot of potential, and you can really do some fun stuff with this. So thank you so much for watching. Please do feel free to subscribe using the button on screen or down below, and definitely make sure to turn on those notifications. I'm uploading every single day at 6 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So lots of tutorials and videos coming soon. I'll link some of my other videos in the description below, so you can check those out. And definitely do drop a comment down below if you have any questions about this effect or any ideas for future tutorials. And thank you so much for watching.